Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Monday, the 7th of November 2016. So, Friday we had the non-farm payroll figures. They came out, and then the market was choppy and sideways. There's a loss on this trade, and as you know, I said on Friday, forget it for the time being, but if you couldn't resist it, this was a 34-point losing trade. The market then reversed and moved back to the upside as they want the market up. But later on in the session we had another buy signal, resulted in another 24-point loss, and then a 66-point move to the downside. But it's just so sideways and unpredictable at the moment. Obviously it's being news driven, waiting for the outcome of the US election. So again, not a lot to report really. It's more just of a quick overview of what's going on. In the daily charts, you can see we're down at this level here. We've actually broken the 17,900, and this takes us down to the next support of 17,867. But again, it depends what happens during Monday. They're doing their best to try and hold this market. You can see it's making lower highs, but and also lower lows. But the range of the bars are quite small there. Of course, if Trump gets in, then you're going to see some very big bars, and they will be to the downside too. Now, news-wise, obviously we know what the main news is going to be for Tuesday, but Monday, nothing really. Euro group meeting, you might get some news to move the markets, but it's going to be equivalent to trading on Christmas Eve, really, I would have thought, again, unless something comes out of the blue. I expect the markets to be very, very quiet. The sort of pre-election eve, as it were, waiting to see what's going to happen. Of course, unless they get some exit polls from those that have already voted during the last month, because in the US, unlike the UK, they can actually start voting beforehand. I know Clinton's been keen to get as many people to vote beforehand as well, whether she's getting worried about the FBI investigation or what, I don't know, but I'm not really too concerned about the political side of things at this point, more the effect of what happens. And as I said before, they want Clinton, the Wall Street wants Clinton, the elite want Clinton, and Trump is a bit of a thorn in the side and a spanner in the works, as it were. And if he gets in, then there'll be no plunge protection team, no doubt, as Jim Sinclair said in his recent interview with Greg Hunter. They'll be asked to stand aside so he can get the blame for the markets crashing, when really they've been levitated for the last 8 years anyway. It's never been a fair price, no price discovery, and no fair value. Implied volatility is also indicating this. Considering how narrow the bars are to the downside, the implied volatility is more or less vertical here. So again, pricing in the potential for a Trump victory and pricing up the insurance on the put options, looking at this. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens on Wednesday, when I would imagine we'll get a pretty good idea, if not beforehand, if it's a landslide for Trump. When you look at the attendees at the Clinton rallies, they're very sparse, and then you look at Trump's and there's just tens of thousands. So again, it's not scientific by any means, but it's interesting to see that the turnout for Trump, whether they're just interested or genuine, I don't know. But again, the political side isn't really too much of a concern. It's the fallout that we're going to get should he be elected. But again, just an interesting observation. And again, like I say, it's not really market data, scientific proof or anything like that. But then neither are the polls, given the Brexit vote this year. So who knows? Only time will tell. And the good news is we haven't got much longer for this nonsense to wait and see what the result is going to be. Right, that's it for today. So there's not a lot to report. I shall be standing aside. I can't really see the point. Day before the US election. So I'll leave things alone and see what happens. Unless, of course, something big happens and the volatility increases. But other than that, I will wait and see. And if it does and I change my mind, I will let you know. Right, that's it. I will see you in Tuesday's Market Alert. Again, probably nothing much to report, but I will see you then. As ever, thanks for your support and also for watching. See you in the next one.